So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and guys, welcome to our new initiative that we have launched yesterday, in which what we will be doing with you, what we'll be providing to you is the daily series, that is why GA, ESI, and then your third one will be your reports. Okay, so now GA session we have discussed yesterday, which Ritika Rehal ma'am have taken with the session with you. So today I will be catering to your ESI news, and if I talk about the coverage of the news, so guys, today's coverage will be catering to the dates of 13th to 16th of April. Now see, the most important thing that you have to understand, that we have analyzed from this year's examination of RBI, is that you have to prepare your examination by catering to both phase 1 and phase 2 examination. Now guys, before proceeding with the session, if you are new to our YouTube channel, so kindly subscribe to the channel, and to get the access of the PDFs, so kindly subscribe to our Telegram channel, so which the link for which is given in the description below. Okay, now guys, let's talk about the important topics that were in news. So today guys, I will be discussing with you around 5 topics. Okay, so 5 topics. Question if I talk about, so 7 MCQs will be there. Okay, 7 MCQs will be there. Now let's talk about the first topic. The first topic is, guys, that is talking about the infant, toddler and caregiving friendly neighborhood capacity building program that has been launched. Second initiative is Poshan Gyan initiative. The third one is your Ahar Kranti topic. The fourth topic will be, that is the National Startup Advisory Council. And guys, the fifth topic I will be catering today is hydrogen economy, the India dialogue for 2021. So guys, all these topics are important. If I talk about the important thing here, so all the topics were there in PIB. So in PIB, all these topics were mentioned. Now guys, let's proceed with the first topic of the day and the first MCQ of the day. So the first question here is that recently in the month of April, infant, toddler and caregivers friendly neighborhood training and capacity building program has been designed to help build capacity of city officials and young professionals for developing young children and family-friendly neighborhood within cities in India. Now guys, under the program, city officials and young professionals, they are proposed to be skilled through the certified training and capacity building module. The training is proposed to be delivered through a well-structured training modules under the online program, that is under the National Urban Learning Platform. Okay, now you have to tell me the program that has been mentioned here has been launched by which of the following organizations. Is it NIUA? Is it BVLF? Is it NIPCCD? Is it both A and B, that is NIUA and BVLF, or is it all of the above? Typical question. Now why this kind of question is important? So let's see how many of you know the answer. The answer here is, guys, that is option number D. Yes, both these answers, that is both NIUA as well as your BVLF. So both of them are the answer here. Okay, now guys, if I talk about this kind of question, see in the RBI what we have witnessed is the questions were simply 1 marker, but these were based on paragraphs. So this is the thing that I am catering here. Full paragraph based question has been asked, but just a single 1 marker question has been asked here. Now let's talk about the news, guys. The news is about, that is infant, toddler and caregiver friendly neighborhoods training and capacity building program has been launched here. Now the question that I have asked you, which of the following has launched the initiative? So guys, the initiative has been launched by NIUA, that is National Institute of Urban Affairs, in association with BVLF, that is Bernard Van Leer Foundation. So this is something very much important. Typical ESI questions are being asked, that who has launched the initiative. Okay, if I talk about the instead of writing full thing, that is infant, toddler and caregiver friendly neighborhoods, they could simply write ITCN there. Now the thing that I mentioned in the paragraph also, the purpose of this initiative is basically to develop the young children's and family friendly neighborhood within the cities in India. See, family friendly neighborhood simply means that we want to develop the children should be given better things, better understanding should be given, better curriculum should be given, better preparation of children should be there, so that they could be, the capacities could be built. Talking about the objectives of the program, so objective is basically it would imbibe the learning based on the inventory of knowledge, which means the knowledge that is there, that is being developed by both these organizations, or based on this knowledge the learning would be embedded to the young children. Okay, then the second one is the hand holding participants. So hand holding participants means that they would be hand holding the children, and they would be provided the everyday needs of young children and caregivers. That is everyday need of the young children and caregivers will be catered here. Okay. Then moving further, now there will be a special, guys, the important thing that would be done is there will be a proper structured training module would be provided to the young people as well as to the young professionals. Now this training program would be set up under the National Urban Learning Platform. Again, very important thing for us, that is National Urban Learning Platform. This training would be provided there. Okay. The other thing is the training that would be provided based on this training, guys, academic certified, yes, academic certified courses will be provided to young professionals, which is being planned. So the planning would be that is based on the needs of young citizens. So based on the young students, that is, see there, young students, 0 to 5 year students. So based on them, this academic certified courses will be provided to young professionals. Okay. Now, talking about this National Urban Learning Platform. So now, guys, I have discussed here, we have discussed about the National Urban Learning Platform. So talking about the platform here, the platform is basically being developed for knowledge dissemination by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and NIUA, the initiative that I have discussed just earlier in the starting of the news. So what it will be doing is basically it will digitally consolidates the key skills and knowledges which are required by the urban holders. Okay, so that all the things, so all the purpose to all the people, this thing will be provided. Then the other important thing is that NULP, that is the National Urban Learning Platform, it will include tools to enable and streamline the content creation, content that is required for the events. Then content organization, content streamline, content created. Then what we need is we have to organize and manage that content. So that is content organization and management. Then course management, assessment and certification, all things would be done under this National Urban Learning Platform. Okay. Now talking about this purpose initiative, that is National Institute of Urban Affairs. Now guys, why I am discussing this National Institute of Urban Affairs, if you have seen the RBI Phase 1 examination, instead of asking question on BRICS members, they have asked the percentage of trade of BRICS. So now, based on that possibility, a question could be asked on National Institute of Urban Affairs also. So what the simple thing that you should remember is, it is an institute which is established under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay. Now the important thing, if I talk about this initiative, that is National Institute of Urban Learning Platform, so it basically facilitates learning, we have discussed, that is enable and streamlining the content creation. Then it will improve the governance. How governance will be improved? Basically because it will be supporting the implementation of this, that is organization and management, improving the governance. Okay. Then content organization, course building. Course building is simply related to advanced learning, digitally improving the learning, course building, course management. It is getting to that specific thing. Then is your blended learning. Management of all things is blending of that specific initiative. So first program or first thing we have discussed. Now moving to the second topic of the day. Recently, guys, Niti Aayog, in partnership with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Center for Social and Behavioral Change, Ashoka University, has launched this Poshan Gyan initiative. You have to tell me that which among the following is the theme for the initiative of Poshan Gyan for the month of April 2021. Very typical kind of question, just we have seen in the phase 1 and phase 2. Theme of the initiatives, typical questions that has been asked there. So you have to tell me the theme of the initiative. Is it early breastfeeding day of delivery? Is it Poshan ke liye paudhe? Is it antenatal care? Is it Sahi Poshan, Desh Roshan? Or is it personalize your plate? So let's see how many of you know the answer. Very important thing, theme of the initiative. Themes are always important. I have discussed with you earlier also. Themes are always important, guys. So here, guys, the first answer, the answer here is that is option number C. Yes, option number C, antenatal care is the right answer here. Now let's go to the news. So first thing we have discussed, if I talk about the initiative, is that Niti Aayog has launched this Poshan Gyan initiative. The thing we have discussed in the question itself. So see, this kind of question you should also prepare now. Why this kind of questions are important now is because if you have seen the question in the RBI examination, especially in the phase 1 examination, the thing that you were expecting, that they will be asking the question, you will be expecting that yes, Poshan, they will be just asking who has launched Poshan Gyan. Okay, so Niti Aayog has launched which initiative? It will be Poshan Gyan. They have not. They have provided that specific information in the question itself. Now what they will be playing is on other thing that you might miss. Now coming about Poshan Gyan initiative. So Poshan Gyan is basically, it is a national digital repository on health and nutrition. So Poshan simply means health and nutrition. So Poshan Gyan, Poshan Abhiyan. Simply you should remember there. Basically what it would be providing to you is, it would be providing you an trusted and comprehensive online resource, which is basically for anybody working in nutrition sector. It will be providing information to that specific purpose in online form. Then the other important thing is, who has created this form? So which means resource will be provided, health information we know, but who will be providing the information, guys? That is again we think we should know. So the information will be provided by government agencies or any kind of developmental organizations which basically are required to tackle the challenges of knowledge awareness, behavioral challenges in the nutrition sector. Okay. Then the other kind of questions that has been asked now, they have simply asked a statement based question. Now they could simply ask you a question, who could access this Poshan Gyan initiative? So basically guys, the initiative has been designed to access for everybody, like any kind of frontline health worker, any community leader, any teacher, or anyone who wants to improve its nutritional outcome. He could access the initiative, he could access this Poshan Gyan portal. Okay. The other important thing, now very important thing of this portal is, basically guys, there is no specific initiative, there is no specific theme. So basically there will be theme of the month, specified monthly themes will be updated on this Poshan Gyan initiative. That is very important for us. Then it will also highlight you the most downloaded media, most downloaded nutrition thing that has been downloaded, that will also be provided to you. That is again important thing. Theme of the month, it is not single theme of the month, then is the most downloaded media. Both these initiatives are very important for us. Okay, now the question that I have asked, that is theme for the month of April, is antenatal care. So these are kind of things that you should remember. Maybe you have gone through the whole initiative in the PIB news, or let's say in the Hindu itself, but the question on the news that could be asked is theme of that specific month. Okay, they could ask you a theme on the month of April when it was launched. So the theme of the month is antenatal care. Okay, now with this we have covered our second specific topic, that is Poshan Gyan. Now let's move to the third topic. Or before proceeding guys, let's see how this website would be used. So here I provided a snippet that is there. You could search the material, you could download the material, then you could be notified about the material that you have downloaded. And now guys, the most important thing is, you can also upload your material. That is very much important. If you have any kind of nutritional information that you want to share with the government, you could upload that specific information here also. Okay, so that is what I have presented here, how to use this specific Poshan Gyan website. Now let's proceed with the third initiative, that is by the name of Ahar Kranti. So we've discussed this initiative, Ahar Kranti. Now recently guys, the Union Health Minister has launched this Ahar Kranti initiative, which is basically a mission which will be dedicated to spreading awareness about nutrition, which would be accessible to all locally available nutritious foods, fruits and vegetables in India. Talking about Ahar Kranti. Ahar is basically again related to nutrition. Earlier we have discussed about Poshan Gyan, related to nutrition. Second is Ahar Kranti, again related to nutrition. Now guys, basically it will promote, the initiative will promote better awareness and better nutrition and better agriculture. So that is what it will be doing, is promoting awareness, nutrition and better agriculture facilities. How it would be doing that thing is, it would again be setting up a curriculum in the form of what and whys of the nutrition. What nutrition we need, why we need that nutrition. It will be getting to that specific thing. Then the games will be provided, that how to take that specific nutrition form. Now the important thing that we know is, information is provided. What we want is, in what form this information will be given to us. So the information will be provided to us in all vernacular languages, basically along with English and Hindi. Now based on the thing that I have discussed with you about the Aadhaar Kranti initiative, you have to tell me the motto of the Aadhaar Kranti initiative. What is the motto of the Aadhaar Kranti program that I have discussed with you? So oh yaar. मेरे तो बड़ा औखा नहीं रहे एसी ला ला So hello everyone, welcome to EduTab, and guys, welcome to our new initiative in which we will be discussing with you the important news that are there in news. So yesterday Ritika ma'am have started the session, that started the series, that is she has discussed with you about the important GA in news. So important GA news she have discussed with you. And guys, if I talk about the session will be catering basically to all the examination, be it NABARD exam, be it ASBI exam, be it SEBI examination, or be it RBI grade B examination that will be coming in the future. Then if I talk about today's session, so I will be your mentor, that is Gurkirat. I will be your mentor for ESI news. And if I talk about today's session, so today I will be covering important ESI news that are there from in the news, that is from the date of 13th to 16th of April. Now guys, the most important thing about ESI that you should keep in mind is this important thing, that now if you have to prepare the ESI section, it should be prepared holistically. That is, it should care both to the phase 1 and phase 2 examination. This is what RBI exam has taught us. So this is the important thing that I will also be catering to you based on the latest pattern questions. I will be taking the questions with you, then I will be explaining the news in detail. So before proceeding, if you are new to our YouTube channel, so you could kindly subscribe to the channel, and to get the access of the PDF, you could subscribe to our Telegram channel also, the link for which is given in the description below. Now guys, let's talk about the topics that were there in the news based on the date that on which we will be getting, that is 13th to 16th of April. The first topic that I will be discussing with you is related to a program that has been launched on the name of Infant Toddlers and Caregiver Friendly Neighborhoods Training and Capacity Building Program. The second topic of the day is, that is Poshan Gyan. Then the third topic is talking about Ahar Kranti. The fourth topic is related to National Startup Advisory Council that was there in news. And the fifth important topic is your hydrogen economy, the Indian dialogue for 2021. Very important topics that are very much relevant for your ESI examination and for your phase 1 and phase 2 examination. So both phase it would be getting to topic. Now guys, let's proceed with the first question of the day, that will be talking about the first topic. So guys, if I talk about the session, how I will be taking which, first of all I will be discussing an MCQ based on the specific news, then we will be we'll be going to that specific news and we will be discussing about that specific news. Now talking about the first question is, the paragraph has been given to you about this Infant, Toddlers and Caregiver Friendly Neighborhood Training and Capacity Building Program, that you could have a look. So if I talk about the program, basically the program is saying that it will be catering to young professionals which are proposed to be skilled through a program that is named as National Urban Learning Platform. So guys, I will not be going through the paragraph in detail. I will not be going through the paragraph in detail because I will be explaining the things in the specific news itself. Okay, now tell me that which, based on the paragraph, which among the following organization has launched this Infant, Toddlers and Caregivers Friendly Neighborhoods Training and Capacity Building Program. Simple question is, who has launched the initiative? So here guys, the answer is yes. The answer is option number D. So both these organizations, NIUA and BVLF, both these organizations together have come together and have launched this initiative. Now if I talk about this kind of paragraph, this question could easily be asked as a 1 marker also, based on the current paper that we have seen in the RBI. Full paragraph has been asked and just a one single question have been asked. This is what the first question is all about. Full paragraph is there, but just a single question, 1 mark question could be asked. Now talking about the news that I have to discuss with you. So recently guys, the Infant, Toddlers and Caregiver Friendly Neighborhoods Training and Capacity Building Program has been launched. So basically, who are toddlers? So toddlers are basically these young students, young children are toddlers. They are being basically infant toddlers, and caregivers are those persons who are basically training these tutors. So these are known as the caregivers. Now coming to the news. So recently guys, NIUA, that is National Institute of Urban Affairs, along with Bernard Van Leer Foundation, that is BVLF, they have launched this initiative by the name of Infant, Toddlers and Caregiver Friendly Neighborhood Training and Capacity Building Program. Now see, just from the name itself, training will be provided to the young professionals basically, so that the toddlers and caregivers, so training would be provided to them. How it has been designed? Basically, it has been designed to build professionals, to build the capacities of city officials and young professionals for developing young children and family friendly neighborhoods. So family friendly neighborhoods, what it simply signifies is that we have to inculcate good values to the children, so that in their neighborhood, along in their family also, they could inculcate good things. They could look at a bright future, good environment they should look, so that they could be brought up in a better way. Now, look at, based on the thing that I've discussed with you, now let's understand the objective. The first is, I've discussed inculcate, that is embedding the learning from the inventory of knowledge. So inventory of knowledge means the knowledge data that is being developed by both these organizations based on the certain type of data that has been there. The learnings would be imbibed to the young children. Okay, then there will be hand holding participants. So participants would also be there, basically young professionals, they would be there, who would be imbibing the learning further on in the through various initiatives of the cities, which will be basically taking to the count of everyday needs. So which means you will be providing to, based on inventory, some training will be provided. All based on that, young children will be trained. Okay, based on this hand holding, they will be trained further on. Now, if I talk about the other important things, so guys, training will be provided. How training will be provided? The training will be provided based on a structured training module that has been set up under this program known as National Urban Learning Platform. The thing that I provided in the paragraph, full thing I provided in the paragraph, basic thing here was this National Urban Learning Platform. Now, how the training is provided? Now the training, how you would judge the training. So guys, based on the training, an academic certified course will be provided to these young professionals who, like caregivers, these young professionals, academic courses will be provided, and the course would be planned so that it could sensitize the need of the young students, these young students, 0 to 5 year students, they could be handled here. So based on them, this thing would be provided. Okay, now I have discussed with you this program, that is National Institute of National Urban Learning Platform. Now let's discuss about this program. So guys, talking about this National Urban Learning Platform, so basically the program is developed by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and National Institute of Urban Awareness, that we have discussed earlier. So both these organizations have come together and they have developed this specific program. Now, before looking at this specific data, let's understand this diagram that I placed here, this snippet. Basically, they would facilitate the learning. So facilitating the learning means so that they could be made accessible, which is enabling and streamlining the content creation, facilitating the learning. At least you should facilitate the learning. Then it will lead to improvement in your governance. Okay, it will be improving your governance level. So there will be improvement in governance level. How improvement in governance level will be there? Basically, then it would be basically catering to your content organization and management. Okay, then I am talking about the advanced learning initiative. Okay, so advanced learning will be provided there. So advanced learning is basically course management, assessment, advanced learning, course building. Course building will be provided based on advanced learning. Then it is a blending of learning. The thing that you have provided, now you have to blend that initiative. That is managing the course and as well as your assessment classification. So based on this diagram, you could easily learn the basic tools that has been set up under this National Urban Learning Platform. Now guys, the initiative that I discussed with you, that is National Institute of Urban Affairs, so NIUA. Now this is very important thing you have to remember. See, if I talk about the phase 1 examination, they have directly asked a question on any kind of organization under which ministry it is being placed. So now the thing that you should remember here is, it is an organization that is placed under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So with that, in detail, we have discussed the first important initiative of the program, first important topic we have discussed. Now let's guys move to the second important topic of the day that I was talking about, is Poshan Gyan. So Poshan Gyan, now recently, Niti Aayog in partnership with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Center for Social and Behavioral Change of Joka University, they have launched this initiative named as Poshan Gyan. You have to tell me the theme of the initiative for the month of April 2021. So this is very important kind of question. This is again a kind of typical question that has been asked, that we have witnessed in the examination. The thing that we were expecting, a question पूछा जाएगा पोषण ज्ञान के ऊपर, that is they might ask question on पोषण ज्ञान, but instead of giving full-fledged information, they have asked something alag, that is something unique have been asked. Now you have to tell me the theme for the month of April 2021. Is it early breastfeeding day of delivery? Is it पोषण के लिए पौधे? Is it antenatal care? Is it सही पोषण देश रोशन? And is it personalize your plate? Now let's see how many of you know the answer. Very typical kind of question. The similar line of question has been asked in your RBI examination. Let's see how many of you know the answer. So here guys, the answer is antenatal care. So I'm really glad, I'm really happy to see that those of you who have given the answer antenatal care, they have given the right answer. Because in the news, you might have seen just about Poshan Gyan, कि किसने launch किया, who has launched, that thing is important. But theme is again very important guys. Now let's see the news. The thing that I was discussing with you, Niti Aayog launches this initiative. So the thing that I've discussed with you in the question itself is Niti Aayog along with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Center for Social and Behavioral Change of Ashoka University, they have launched, combined together and launched this specific initiative. Now, the very important thing is, what is this Poshan Gyan all about? Basically, the important thing that we have to remember here is it is a national digital repository. Basically, it is a national digital portal on which name is saying Poshan. Poshan is National Nutrition Mission. Health and nutrition, that is something that you should discuss. It will be focusing on health and nutrition. It's a digital repository, which simply means it will be providing you the information on online basis, and the information will be provided to any kind of people, to any people who is working in nutrition sector in India can access the information from this specific portal. Okay. The second important thing is, we now know portal has been set up, online thing would be provided to nutrition sector, but the important is who will be providing the information guys. This is something very much important. So the information will be provided by government agencies and the any kind of development organization which could tackle the challenges of the knowledge awareness and behavior awareness. Basically knowledge has to be great. That is what name is Poshan Gyan. Knowledge has to be there. Okay, that is what the simple thing is all about here. Okay, then now guys, a thing that I've displaced here is, see, if I talk about the RBI phase 2 examination questions, there were questions that were asked, who could access this initiative, whom it will be helping. Now, based on that kind of questions, the question now could be formed is, this Poshan Gyan initiative is accessible to which among the following? So it is basically accessible to every kind of people who wants to improve its nutritional outcomes, be it frontline healthcare workers, be it community leaders, or be it any kind of teachers who wants to improve their nutritional outcomes. Any person could get access to this specific portal. So this means three important things. For phase 1 we have discussed who has launched this initiative, national depository, and for phase 2 also we have discussed that who could access the initiative. Okay, moving further on, the most important thing about this initiative is guys that it will be highlighting a theme of the month, which means that there is not a specific theme for this initiative. It is not that the theme of Poshan Gyan is there. This is simply, you have to remember, it is not a theme of Poshan Gyan. It is just the theme for the month of April that I have discussed with you. That is what I mentioned here. Theme for the month of April is antenatal care, not theme for Poshan Gyan is antenatal care. Very, very important thing guys. I am emphasizing on this thing. You should be very careful about this thing. Then the other important thing would be the most downloaded material. So yes, most downloaded material, it would be highlighted so that people could get access to know. ठीक है ना? The something what it used to happen is, if we know that this thing has been downloaded, so people tend to know that yes, this is the important information that is downloaded here. So which this diagram is also signifying nutrition is very much important for you. If you look at the COVID cases, that has been increasing day by day. For that purpose also, what doctors are saying to you is have a balanced diet and have a nutritious diet. So that now for that what you could use is this Poshan Gyan portal you could use for maintaining better health. Okay, which means our second topic of Poshan Gyan has also come to end. Now moving to our the guys, sorry for that thing. This very important information is here. How to use this website. So here I've provided you a snippet that how you could use this website. So you could have a look. That simply what you could have is you could search the material. Okay. So you could simply search the material. Then what you could do is, after searching the material, you could download the material. You will be getting the notification of that material also. This is something that I was discussing with you, that you could upload the material by your own also. That would be judged, that would be basically seen by the government agencies. And if it is valid, if it is fruitful, that will be placed on this specific portal. This is again very important thing that you should keep in mind when you are writing for your phase 2 examination or any kind of question that could be asked in analytical form. Okay, there you could help, this snippet could help you there. Now coming to our third topic, that is about Aahar Kranti. Now recently guys, the Union Minister, that is Union Health Minister, has launched an initiative named as Aahar Kranti. Basically it is also focusing on spreading awareness about nutrition and accessible to all locally available nutritious food or fruits and vegetables in India. So see, now you could not confuse here. Poshan Gyan is a digital portal, but Ahar Kranti is a mission. The purpose of both is that is nutrition focus. Okay, so here I provided you how it will be helping. It will be helping in the form of whats and whys. That is what kind of nutrition you know, why you need that of nutrition, why you need that kind of specific nutrition. Then it will be setting up some games in which it will be telling you how to use that specific nutrition. Very important thing that comes to mind is who will be, that is a content will be provided both in online and offline mode. So guys, you might be thinking that why I am not reading the paragraph. So this is what the thing that I've discussed with you. I will not be, because the thing I will be explaining you in the detail in the news itself. So that is why you should go through the paragraph and then concentrate more on the question. Now the question here is, which among the following organization has launched the mission mentioned in the, that is which among the following organizations has launched this Ahar Kranti initiative? Is it Vibha? Is it GIST? Is it Prabhas? Is it all of the above? Or is it none of the above? So if you know these organizations, that is very good. But if you don't know, then at least think twice before answering this specific question. So here guys, the answer is all of the above. Now, based on the similar line, I have framed another question for you also. Now you have to tell me that which among the following is the motto of this mission, motto of Aadhaar Kranti mission. So earlier we have discussed the theme of Poshan Gyan for the month of April. Now for this Ahar Kranti, important thing you have to remember is motto of this Ahar Kranti mission I am asking you. Is it Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar? Is it Swasth Ahar, Swasth Zindagi? Is it Har Ghar Poshan, Zindagi Roshan? Is it both A and B, that is Uttam Aadhar and Uttam Vichar along with Swasth Ahar and Swasth Zindagi, or is it none of the above? Typical question that could be easily asked, that you should prepare also for your specific papers. So here guys, the answer is option number A, that is Uttam Ahar and Uttam Vichar is the right answer. That is Uttam Ahar and Uttam Vichar is the right answer here. Okay. Now let's discuss about this Ahar Kranti initiative. The thing that I've discussed with you, that Union Health Minister, he has launched this initiative named as Ahar Kranti. And if I talk about the initiative, basically it will be spreading awareness about nutrition and accessibility to the locally available nutritious food. So now guys, stop here. Let's focus on the initiative that I've just discussed with you, Poshan Gyan. Poshan Gyan is basically providing the nutritious awareness. It is also an nutritious awareness program, nutritious awareness portal. The important is, it is not taking about, it is basically, now if I talk about difference here, it will be providing you the information. But Ahar Kranti will be providing you the accessibility of also the locally available nutritious foods, any fruits or vegetables in India. This is the something that you have to be very careful when you are going through both the initiatives. Now talking about Ahar Kranti initiative, aim is basically, I have discussed as a spread the message of good diet to every citizen of country. That is spread the message. Good diet, balanced diet is very much important. That is again the initiative is also focusing on. Motto is Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar, which means good diet should be good cognition. Good diet will lead to good cognition. Okay. Important. Who has launched this initiative? So launched by Vibha initiative, that is Vinjana Bharti. Then it is GIST, that is Global Indian Scientists and Technocrats Forum, that is GIST Forum. Then it is Vigyan Prasar and the Pravasi Bharatiya Academic and Scientific Sampark, that is Prabhas initiative. So these, it is a multi-organization initiative that has launched this Ahar Kranti initiative. It is a Ahar Kranti program that has been launched here. Okay, now let's talk about the Ahar Kranti. The other important thing is, the thing that I've discussed, it will basically helping you in renewing the focus. That is, your focus should be basically forced on the locally sourced fruits and vegetables. That is local fruits that you could use. That is the basic purpose of this project is all about. Now how it will help? This is something that you should remember. Here I have written you that it will be providing you better awareness. You will be getting about the, it will help in promoting the better awareness, better nutrition or better agriculture. See, this is what is all. If you take nutritious awareness, if you will be getting the better awareness, you will be eating the better nutritious food, and agriculturally also it will also be helpful, because that will also help the farmers also to grow the better agriculture food. Okay? Now that is focusing on whats and whys. So how you would be taking, if you know what kind of nutritious food you know and why you want to eat that food, that is what it will be talking about. Then based on the games, it will be talking about how you should take this nutrition. That would also be provided you. Now information is there. The most important thing that you should remember is information to aa gayi. Is it accessible to me? whether I could imbibe the information. So for that purpose, what government is doing is government will be providing that thing in all the vernacular languages along with English and Hindi also. So now guys, this snippet is very much important, especially for your phase 2 examination, because if they ask what are the benefits, what are the things that is there in this Ahar Kranti initiative. So basically it will talk about Vishwaguru. Vishwaguru is simply talking about the whole world. Then volunteering, people will be volunteering themselves, okay, so that it could provide the information. Now benefit, smart farming. If you want to know what and why smart farming it will be leading to, it will help the business farmers also, it will help the business also, so that better nutritious food could be sold there. Impact of nutrition will be provided to you. It will be educating you about the nutrition, that is what, why, how, educating you, educating children also about the nutritious food, and the more purpose is creating awareness. So this snippet itself is very much important. If you just look at the snippet, you could easily imbibe what this Ahar Kranti is all about. Okay, why we need, now very important thing is, this is something that I've taken you for the phase 2 examination, especially for your analytical thinking. Why we need this initiative? The very important thing is because various studies they have said that India produce as much as 2 times the amount of calorie that it consumes, which means we have a maximum number of production if I talk about the consumption of thing that we have. But very important thing, then also we have been highlighted as a malnourished country. Poshan Abhiyan we have discussed. So Poshan Abhiyan bhi to isliye hai na, why? That is why Poshan Abhiyan has come, because we want to target our malnourished targets. So this is what, this is focusing on this thing to, because the problem here was there was a lack of nutritional awareness in the country. So to curb that thing, this initiative has been launched by the government, Ahar Kranti and your Poshan Gyan. Now guys, based on this thing, there is one important initiative that you should revise is your Poshan Abhiyan mission. So Poshan mission you guys should revise. That is your Poshan mission. This is something that you should revise now. So the first homework of the day, that is your Poshan mission. Now 3 topics we have covered. Now let's start with the 4th topic, that is was focusing on this initiative named as National Startup Advisory Council. Now recently guys, the first meeting of this National Startup Advisory Council has taken place. The council has been set up. So here I provided you information about the council, that the council has been set up to advise the government on measures which are needed to build a strong ecosystem. Okay, so nurturing innovation, startups, this startup advisory council has been set up. Okay, now during the meeting, the minister has highlighted that India has the potential to become world's largest and most innovative startup ecosystem, and he was focusing on startups. That is, now here the thing that you should remember is the Startup India scheme. That is again an initiative that has been highlighted here. Now based on the paragraph, the first question that I have asked you is, which among the following organization has constituted this advisory council? Because a council has been constituted, so somebody has constituted that organization. You have to tell me that which among the following has constituted the advisory council. Is it NSO, is it NSC, is it DPIIT, or is it CSO, or none of the above? So here guys, the answer is our option number C, that is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade is the right answer here. Now this is a question that you just expected कि ये question तो पूछा जा सकता है. This kind of question could be asked. Now this is something very much important. This is a eye breaker for all of us. When we were looking at the phase 2 paper of RB, this statement based questions were asked guys, and most of the people who are confused at how these kind of questions could be asked. So now based on the similar line of thought, I have framed a question with you that according to the passage which was talking about National Statistic Advisory Council, you have to tell me that which of the following statement is or are incorrect. Now guys, for this thing, only thing you should not get confused or you should not get terrified here is, because you were earlier doing this thing also, okay, you were earlier getting the information here also. The only thing is here what they have done is they have provided to the statements in a separate manner, and then they've asked the question based on the options. So here you have to tell me the statement which is incorrect. The first thing is it the secretary, joint secretary or department of promotion DPIIT who will be the chairman of the council? The second is it will suggest the measures to foster culture of innovation amongst children. The third one is it will facilitate the public organizations to assimilate the innovation with a view to improve the public service delivery. So based on this thing, now you have to tell me the 2 things, it is catering to some functions of the National Statistic Advisory Council, and something is catering to the composition of the council. So both things has been catered just in one question. You have to tell me which among the following statement is not correct. So here guys, if I talk about the answer, only first statement is wrong. So yes, only first statement is wrong, and both these statements are Right. Now, let's discuss about this National Startup Advisory Council, why this thing is in news. So the first thing here is the first meeting. This is something very much important, guys. The first meeting of this NSA has taken place, and I have discussed with you a lot of time. If anything has taken place for the first time, you should go through the detail of that specific news. Now the news is simple. First meeting has taken place. So people might be thinking, sir, first meeting हुई है, किसने chair किया? Who has chaired the meeting? They could be asked that thing. No. The most important thing highlighted here is National Startup Advisory Council. We should go in detail about this National Startup Advisory Council. Okay. Now the minister has also highlighted that we could become the most innovative startup ecosystem in the world. The important thing is we should focus on this thing that is known as startups. So startups, we should be more focusing on startups. Now coming to this Startup Advisory Council. It is being constituted by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. DPIIT has constituted this Startup Advisory Council. Second thing is why it has been set up. So it is basically being set up so that it could advise the government. This is something very much important. It is not that it is the final authority. It will just be an advising authority who will advise the government that how strong ecosystem for startups could be created. For that purpose only this advisory council has been set. This is what the name is saying. Advisory council. Only advice will be provided. Okay. Now, this is the thing that you should be knowing very purposely. That is, guys, the chairman of this council. So chairman is Minister of Commerce and Industry. You should remember startup. Startup is related to commerce and industry. So Minister of Startup and Minister of for Commerce and Industry will be the chairman. Then convener of the council. This is something important. Convener means who will be convening the authority. Conduct kaun karwa raha? Who will be conducting? It will basically be conducted by Joint Secretary of Department for Promotion of Industry and Trade, that is DPIIT. Then there will be some ex-officio members as well as some non-official members. So both of those, they are not specified. So both of these members will be concerned by departments. The important thing is, if I talk about ex-officio members, they should not be below the rank of joint secretary. So any person could be nominated as ex-officio member, but his rank should not be less than the joint secretary level. And non-official members, because it is a government body, so it will be nominated by central government. So any kind of founder of successful startup, any veteran who have some beautiful thoughts about startup, so they could be imbibed as non-official members. Now talking about the function. See, simple thing. The minister said we have a better future. So to have a better future, what we need is we need to foster a culture of innovation among citizens. That is, we want to imbibe a culture of innovation among our students so that it would be leading to promotion of innovation in all sectors of economy in India. It is not catering to any specific sector. It will be catering to all the sectors of economy. Okay. Then it will also be suggesting the measures. So this is what something is. It will be suggesting the measures. So how public organizations could assimilate. See, public organizations also want innovation. How they could assimilate the information. How public services could be improved. So this would be suggesting measures on that specific thing. Then the purpose of any startup is easy to start, easy to operate, and how much long it can grow. So this is what it will be focusing on. It will be suggesting the measures that to make the startup easier to go. So this is what the startup is now all of. If I talk about the snippet here, this is the startup system in India. It is not balanced here. To make it balanced, what we need is easy to start, easy to operate, and it can grow on a long way. So this is what this suggesting measures would also be taken by the under this National Startup Advisory Council. Okay. So this thing is again here. Now guys, based on this thing, the important thing that you should go here is your Startup India initiative. That is Startup India scheme that you should also focus on. Startup India scheme is again important that you should focus. Okay. Now coming to the last question of the day and the last topic of the day. That is this hydrogen economy, the India Dialogue of 2021. Now you have to tell me that which among the following organization has launched a first of its kind this hydrogen roundtable, which is being named as Hydrogen Economy, the India Dialogue for 2021, to discuss the emerging hydrogen ecosystems and exploring opportunities for collaboration, cooperation, and coalition in the hydrogen sector. Now tell me which among the following organization has launched this initiative. Okay. Is it FIPI? Is it TERI, that is TERI? Is it NGT? Is it GEAC or is it NEP? That is it is National Environment Program, FIPI, the Energy Research of India. I'm sorry for TERI. I forgot it, the abbreviation, so I'm really sorry for that thing, guys. So this thing would also be your homework also, especially for your GS section. You should know that what is the abbreviation of TERI. Okay, so this you should also have your homework. Now talking about the answer here, the answer is option number A. That is FIPI is the right answer here. So FIPI is the organization who has organized this or who has launched this hydrogen economy, the India Dialogue for 2021. Now let's focus on the news. So the important is, guys, this hydrogen economy, a first of its kind initiative on the name of hydrogen economy, that is New Delhi Dialogue for 2021 has taken place, and it is being launched by the Energy Forum, that is TEF, along with FIPA, that is Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry. So they both have come together and have organized this hydrogen economy, the Indian Dialogue for 2021. This thing is very much important for our topic named as sustainable development and environmental issues. Why we need this thing? Why we need this thing? Because hydrogen ecosystem could be explored so that the environmental pollution could be reduced. Okay, the objective is also focusing on the things to understand the progress of hydrogen so that how it could help in contributing to creating the synchronization, and how it could help in creating effective technologies, developing innovation technologies so that the environment pollution could be reduced. Okay, the very important thing here is, guys, under this dialogue, a separate mission, a separate session has been conducted on India's hydrogen mission, that is National Hydrogen Mission. Now, if you have seen the budget videos or if you have looked at the budget, there is this thing that has been discussed or that has been announced by the finance minister, that is this National Hydrogen Mission. Now let's understand about this National Hydrogen Mission. Okay, so this thing has been proposed by our Union Finance Minister when she was giving the speech of Union Budget for 2021-2022. Why we want this hydrogen mission? Why we want this thing? See, first of all, let's look at the aim. Aim is basically to develop India as a global hub manufacturer for hydrogen and fuel cells, so that the value could be, so that we could also jump to the other sources that world is using. Basically, two kinds of strategies will be there. Short-term strategy focusing on less than 4 years. Then there will be long-term strategies which will be 10 year and broad. So short-term for 4 years, long-term for 10 years and broad. Okay. Now, guys, this thing again is important for your paper 2. That is for your descriptive paper. How it would be benefiting us, because that is what I need. We have set up a target of 175 gigawatt by 2022 under our Paris Agreement climate change thing. So to achieve that target, this initiative would be very much beneficial for us, as the government has allocated 1500 crores for renewable energy developments as well as this National Hydrogen Mission. Okay, so here I have provided the snippet about this National Hydrogen Mission also, that you can again have a look. That is the major activities that would be set up under this National Hydrogen Mission. So I'm really sorry, guys. I think my mouse is not working. So that now it has worked properly. So I'm really sorry for that thing. So National Hydrogen Mission, how it could be helping. So basically it would be creating volumes and infrastructure. Infrastructure would be set up. Then it would be a goal-oriented initiative. For what we need is, we need research and development. Okay, then hydrogen for green. Hydrogen for green is, it could be used as an alternate source for providing renewable energy. That is the thing that is here. Government will facilitate the demand creation. Demand we need. That is what the purpose will be doing is, if demand is created, then the people will be following this initiative. That is what the government will be creating, demand specific initiative. Now, very important thing, guys, it is not the new time that this initiative was launched. The Prime Minister of India, that is Mr. Narendra Modi, he has proposed this National Hydrogen Energy Mission when he was inaugurating, or while he was addressing this Global Renewable Energy Investment Meeting, which has taken place in the month of November 2020. So, guys, with this we have covered the topics that we have of the lecture. Now, let's see the important homework that you have to done. The first thing is about your Poshan Abhiyan. So these are two schemes that I am talking about. Okay? ESI में one of the important component is scheme also. For that, what you could do is you could refer to the videos of Veer sir also. But these schemes are very much important. If in the news the scheme is being highlighted, that scheme itself is very much important. So your homework for you is go about this initiative and write 2 to 3 lines about both the initiatives, about Poshan Abhiyan as well as about Startup India scheme in the comment below. It will be really appreciable with you. I will be really glad also that you are coming to the thing that I am asking to you. Okay, then for any kind of inquiry, you could drop us an email. Our email ID is hello@arutap.co.in, or for any kind of suggestion, you could call us also. Our mobile number is 81462072441. So I hope guys the lecture is fruitful for you. So keep learning, keep joining us for the new initiatives also. That is GS session of Ritika Rehal ma'am. You could see ESI I will be coming up, and for reports, Divanshu sir will be coming with you with the important reports. And I hope you will be enjoying all the things that we are coming with.